Hi guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is going to be all about what you are manifesting. So we're going to take a look at what you are manifesting and attracting into your life these days. I have 3 readings for you to choose from today. Reading number 1 is going to be with the amethyst. Reading number 2 with the zebra jasper. And reading number 3 with the unakite. So take as much time as you need to make your selection. Find whatever pile or piles draw your attention, and then go ahead and click the timestamps down below in the description box to find your reading or readings, and I will see you there. Hi, number 1, if you picked the amethyst, this is going to be your reading all about what you are manifesting and attracting into your life. So let's jump right in with some tarot and see what you are drawing into your life these days. We have the Warden of Crystals. This is King of Pentacles energy. So there's a part of you that's really drawing in like this boss energy. You're really attracting this, this very successful energy coming through right away. We have the Six of Wands, beautiful. The Nine of Daggers, the Eight of Daggers in reverse, and the Ace of Daggers. Whoa, okay, a lot of swords energy, a lot of air energy. You might be an air sign, you might be attracting in an air sign into your life. So take that as it resonates. It's not like a huge message that's coming through, but I just have to point that out, that if you are trying to draw somebody into your life specifically, they might be an air sign. Let's look at this. So you are manifesting a whole lot of success right now. This is very material success. So this is, you might be manifesting some sort of success, promotion, recognition when it comes to your job. So at work, maybe you are really kicking butt when it comes to your work life. You might be starting your own business. This feels like something that is like, it's not just that you want to do the thing, you actually want to find a lot of success around this, potentially even make a lot of money. Like if that's your idea of success, having your business be very profitable or making a lot of money in whatever job you do, this is a real time for you to draw in that kind of success. Let's see. I think for some of you, okay, sorry. I think an ice cream truck or something went by, which is kind of weird because I don't hear ice cream trucks that often. Maybe that's a message for you. Maybe a business you want to start is like an ice cream truck, or maybe you just love ice cream and you're just attracting more Haagen-Dazs into your life. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, let's move on. Some of you might be kind of like, okay, I'm getting this feeling that, especially with the Six of Wands, that you're attracting more clients. So if this is to do with your business, or like if you're in the type of profession where you rely on clients to support you, this could be like you might be like a nail tech, or like do makeup, or hair, or something like this, maybe even some sort of coaching. You are attracting a lot of clients into your life right now. And I think I'm not really telling you anything because these are things that I think you're intentionally manifesting. You're really just attracting a lot of attention. So if you are interested in social media, or if you are involved in social media, you are interested in getting those views, and you have the ability to do that right now. You're really manifesting a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on you. You're attracting more clients, you're gaining more followers, and I feel like this is all extremely intentional. Like your thoughts about this subject are in line with this. Like you've got your mindset on growth at this point. I feel like for some of you, even if this is something that you have done as a hobby, like this is a total hobby, you only started this for fun, it's something that's going to bring you a lot of growth and a lot of financial stability. So even if your intention was not to make a whole lot of money with this, it's going to produce that for you. You're also attracting a lot of recognition. So this is in terms of everything that you do. You might find yourself just more attractive to people around you. Maybe you're like getting a little bit more attention, getting flirted with, people asking you for your number a lot more, because it's like you are pretty magnetic. It's almost like you're glowing. If you look at this card, she's got like this halo of light around her. This is kind of the energy that you're giving off. It's like that spotlight's on you, whether you intentionally put it there or not, whether you even view yourself as somebody who wants to be in the spotlight. You're lit up right now, and you're definitely attracting a lot of attention. So for some of you, you might be recognized in a professional setting. You might like get a promotion or just be publicly acknowledged for the work that you're doing. You could also be receiving some kind of academic performance award if you are in school, but there's like this feeling of a lot of hard work that has gone into something, and you getting called out and getting recognized in the most positive way. People are watching what you're doing. I think for some of you, like, you could have been kind of flying under the radar for a little while, and that could be why you went to intentionally manifest like this version of success. But it seems like that period of time of kind of flying under the radar is a thing of the past, especially if this was recognition that you wanted to receive for a long time, and maybe you just weren't being acknowledged in the way that was fair and that was in line with the amount of effort that you had put in. It feels like you're getting that recognition now, and like you're manifesting it. For some of you, you're manifesting a win. So if you entered into a competition, or if you're thinking about entering, it's like you're going to win something or earn some type of reward. I will say, if you've been on the fence about putting yourself out there and entering a competition of some kind, take this as a sign to go for it, because it looks like you are manifesting a lot of success, and like you will find success in this. You will manifest that win if you have the courage to put yourself out there. All of this energy makes me think that you've been doing some sort of self-love work, because it looks like the outside world is starting to see yourself the way that you have learned to see yourself, and it's creating an environment where it's really your time to shine. So a lot of this manifestation could have been centered around a self-love practice, or just cultivating more of this feeling of appreciation for self. Whether you have intentionally manifested that or not, that's kind of like up to you to decide. If you were intentionally doing self-love practices, then I would say you know that you've manifested this. But sometimes we don't even realize how, when we change our version of ourselves, like we change our view of ourselves, it changes the way the outside world perceives us as well. And it feels like some of that work, whether you knew you were doing it or not, must have taken place, because you're being seen in such a new way by everyone around you. And it's almost like that couldn't have happened unless you started to see yourself in this new light. So really good job here. Like, this is the kind of improvement and growth that we want to see, and we want to step into this confident version of ourselves, and then let everyone see us for who we really are. And I think that's what you're doing. I think that another interesting thing to point out here is we have this 9 of daggers. We also have the 8 of daggers in reverse, and we're going to talk about that. But the 9 of daggers, 9 of swords energy, is energy of a lot of worry and a lot of anxiety and stress. So I think that along with this new level that you're reaching, this new level of success and this new version of yourself, there can come an increased level of worry and anxiety with that. So that's totally normal, by the way. Let me just put that out there. If you have manifested some things in your life, some success or some growth, and you're starting to step into that and you're feeling afraid, And that can feel like a really strange feeling to have, because it's like, this is exactly what I asked for. This is what I wanted. And now I'm afraid of it. Like, it's a little bit weird, but that's totally normal to have those feelings come up, because you're stepping into this kind of unknown area, and you'll just have to gain the confidence and the ability to be comfortable in that new place from being there for a little while. And then you know what happens after that. You want to manifest something else, and we start the process over again. So totally normal. I think that for you, a lot of feelings of worry, like thinking, I think you're worried sometimes that you'll fail. You've manifested this success or this attention, and now you feel like you have to keep it up. You have to maintain. You have to keep showing up in this way, and it could be very stressful for you to imagine losing everything that you've created. So like, what if you put yourself out there and no one notices or no one cares? What if you have all of this great success and then you lose it? What if it doesn't work? What if people judge you? It's exciting. These are exciting times when you're moving into this new period, but it's also very, very anxiety producing sometimes. It can be a really difficult thing to move through. So I think if those kind of fears are coming up for you, it's fine. It's perfectly normal. We've got a little bit of background noise, you guys. I'm real sorry. I don't want to stop the video again, so let's just ignore that. Yeah, it's a stressful time for you, but it's something that you can get through by just continuing to move through it and gaining that ability to be comfortable in this new and unknown space, and be comfortable in this new area of attention and of recognition and of success. It can feel foreign if you haven't felt like you've progressed in this way for a long time. It can feel really foreign to be in that place of success, even if it is what you asked for. So that's totally normal, and don't worry too much about that. I think you're releasing yourself from a lot of fear and a lot of limiting beliefs. This is where this Eight of Daggers here is here in reverse. So it's interesting energy. You've got the Nine of Daggers here in the upright and the Eight of Daggers over here. I think that you did have to drop a lot of fear to even move into this place to manifest the success and the recognition that you are now manifesting. You had to drop a lot of the fears that you had that were holding you back from even trying to do this. And as you move into this new area, new fears crop up. Totally normal. Don't let it stop you. I think the idea here is to move through the fear a little quickly at this point. Like, if you were held in a place of fear for a long time and didn't make any moves and didn't make any progress, now you have, and you're finding yourself in this new area and new fears pop up. Just work through them as effortlessly as, easier said than done, I know. Try to work through them the way you worked through these old fears that you've released. So you can release them a lot quicker, and it's like you're just leveling up. You're just quickening the process a little bit. But having those fears and having that anxiety crop up is totally normal. Totally normal. I was watching an interview, side note, here I go on a tangent. I was watching an interview with Meryl Streep, and she was talking about, I don't even know what they were doing. They're going out to perform something or going out to speak to a group of people or something, and she was saying she was so nervous she was shaking. And this is a very experienced actress, someone who people look up to, and you would assume this person has no fear when they go out to do their craft or to be in a social setting, because they are always in these situations. But no, she still feels the fear, and you wouldn't know it looking at her, and probably nobody knows it but you too when you're feeling afraid. So it doesn't matter how seasoned you are. It doesn't matter how much experience you've had. It doesn't matter how many times you do it. That fear coming up is totally normal, and just pushing through it is the important part. So I'm seeing that you're working through fear. I'm seeing that more fears are coming up, and that's normal. It means you're making progress. I think that this Ace of Daggers here too is very, very important, because you're manifesting this ability for you to speak your truth. you're manifesting the ability for you to be very authentic and be in this truly authentic place in your life where you can share your experience. So if that's part of the success, like maybe you have started some kind of venture where you are sharing pieces of yourself, you're sharing your voice for the first time, and yes, the fears are coming up, but you're cultivating this space where you're able to really give an authentic version of yourself. So beautiful energy. I love what you're working on. I love what you're doing here. Now, you do have a significant amount of swords energy here. Like we were talking about, you might be manifesting a air sign person into your life. But other than that, all of the swords energy could indicate that you're manifesting communication specifically from someone that you've been waiting to hear from. So they might not be an air sign person, but if you're waiting on communication from somebody, this is kind of like acknowledgement that your guides and the angels in the universe have heard you, and it's like it's on your list of manifestations that you're working on. So I think you must be making progress in that area. So that's just a little bit of confirmation for anybody who needs it, if that fits your particular scenario. So let's look at your oracle cards and see what else is going on. Okay, we have Tibetan Fire Serpent. So this card says seeking higher truth, discernment, a better path, authority. You're in the process of shedding an old skin here. And that's pretty much what we're talking about with this fear. When we shed a skin, we shed an old version of ourselves, it's totally normal to fear that transformation and to feel a little bit exposed. Like, of course you would. You're becoming something new, but this card is really confirmation of that. You're stepping into your power at this point. Love this energy. I love the way, I just love the intensity and like the strength and confidence of this Warden of Crystals card and this Tibetan Fire Serpent card. It's just, there's such a confidence here. There's such a determination. And not only that, there's just like this feeling of certainty, of belief. I think you're manifesting a lot of belief in yourself and a lot more confidence. I think you're interested in manifesting the truth of who you are. You're interested in living your soul's truth, and that's probably what spurred these manifestations. That's what's kind of triggering this whole thing. That's what got the ball rolling. Let's look at what else we have. So we have retrograde, review, and Cancer energy, immerse. Again, with this idea that you might be manifesting communication from somebody, that's kind of coming through again. So this could be like a Cancer sign person, or any water sign, but that message is just coming through for you. So I think that might not be the main thing that you're manifesting, but it might be really significant to some of you that there's communication or just this desire to draw somebody into your life. But your guides kind of keep highlighting that for me. So, oh my gosh, and again with the retrograde. So I'll talk about it in a minute. With this retrograde card, it looks like you were in a period of reflection for a period of time. Before you were kind of awakened to this ability to manifest, you were reflecting, and you may have been like manifesting for years, but it seems like you've recently reached this like a new level, or you're in like a different process of your manifestation. So there's this feeling that there's like this like you were reviewing kind of like what you had previously manifested, whether consciously or unconsciously, and kind of tweaking your method here. I just feel like there's so much confidence here, and like you do feel that you have more ability to manifest things in your life than you have ever felt before. It's like you're reaching some level of mastery when it comes to this. So I'm also feeling like some areas of your life that might have seemed really blocked to you for a long time are starting to open up. So there's this idea. How can I explain this best? Let's see. I think that you're starting to realize that you can manifest even in an area of your life that seemed really tricky or impossible to you before. So like some of us, when it comes to making money, we can do that. Like we never question it. Or when it comes to having love in our life, it's a no-brainer. We've got it. Or there's some area that we feel really confident in, but then there's other area that we just can't make progress in. And I think that you felt like that. Like, even if you felt like you had the ability to manifest or just to work your butt off in some certain areas of your life and have the result that you want, there's like this other area that you just feel like, but I just can't get what I want in that area. With this retrograde card, there's a feeling that some of those places that felt like sticking points for you are starting to open up. And there's also kind of a message here to go back and to review some of the things that that didn't seem like they were working out for you before. If you have totally given up on something because it just didn't seem like it was going to work out, go back and rethink it with the knowledge that you have now is kind of the message that your guides are trying to get through to you. You might know how to do this a lot better now, and let's go revisit that other thing and see what progress you can make. This card, again, of course, is because retrograde is talking about things coming back from the past. So if you have a past relationship that you're trying to manifest, this is more confirmation about that if you're trying to bring somebody back into your life. That message is coming through strong and repetitively for you. So that might be something to think about, or just realize that you're on the right track here. If it's that you need to bring closure to a situation, it might not even be that you want this person back in your life, but you just need some kind of closure or confirmation or some information that you're missing. This is kind of confirmation that you're going to get that too. Yeah. And I do want to reiterate that if there's an area that you felt totally stuck on, felt like you couldn't manifest on, your guides are telling you you can now. You will have much more ability to make progress in that area. So don't give up on it. Also, it feels like with this Cancer energy, like you really are manifesting truth on every level, in every sense. So I think you're manifesting a deeper connection with your emotional body and the way that you express those emotions. If you've had the tendency to numb your feelings or to push them down or brush them under the rug, you're working on attracting a more loving connection to your true emotions and really like working through them and feeling them, feeling all of the stuff, all of the good, all the bad, all the in between, and just really accepting yourself as a whole. I think this is going to allow you to feel a deeper connection to other people, and not just to feel it, but also to express it. Back to that swords energy, there's a feeling of being able to express what you're feeling inside a little bit better. Like you're manifesting this more authentic and more natural you, showing who you really are and being able to express it. So that's beautiful energy. So these last two oracle cards we're going to look at are going to give you maybe some advice or let you know anything that you need to know when it comes to the things that you are manifesting. So we have Trust the Universe. What an amazing card to get in this section of the reading. And we have Forgiveness and Understanding. Okay, so I think your guides really want you to learn to trust your path, to trust that you will succeed. The worrisome thoughts are normal. We talked about it. But at the same time, your guides are trying to let you know that you really don't need to trouble yourself. You don't need to worry. You're doing this perfectly and you're doing it right on time. They want you to know. So that's only a hindrance. And if you can just release and just kind of like give it away, give it to the universe, let the universe sort it out, you're going to be able to do this more effortlessly. And if there is that area of your life that you felt stuck in and you want to revisit it with that in mind. Revisit it with the idea of releasing it to the universe and letting the universe take care of it and dropping the worry. Approach it that way. Your guides also think that implementing more forgiveness will aid in the manifestation that you're working on. So this could be forgiving others for past mistakes or ways that they might have hurt you. It could also mean forgiving yourself So there might be areas where you feel like you've let yourself down in the past, or maybe someone else let you down, but dwelling on it either way, steeping in it, steeping in everything that went wrong, it doesn't allow you to move forward. So your guides are letting you know, releasing this past stuff, whatever it might be, is really going to help you to step into this new version of yourself in any ways where you still feel hung up. I am taken right back to this Warden of Crystals energy, and there's so much confidence radiating off of that card. I think that you are doing an amazing job of releasing this stuff and moving into this new version. But if there's any little tricky areas for you, any little areas where you could improve, which we all have areas where we could stand to improve, this is how you do it. Trust the universe more and implement more forgiveness and understanding. And I think that that is mainly talking about in relation to yourself. Forgive yourself for times that you weren't great at this. Be more understanding, more kind and compassionate with yourself, and you're going to just soar right through this. So that's all the messages I see for you. Number one, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Beautiful energy. Your manifestations are coming along quite nicely, I must say. So congratulations and keep up the good work. I'm sending you tons of love and light. If you liked this video, if it resonated with you, please hit the like and leave me a comment down below, and subscribe if you feel like doing it. And I will see you again in another video really soon. Bye. Hi, number two, if you picked the Zebra Jasper, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out what you are manifesting and what you are attracting into your life these days. So I did want to say a couple of things about the stone that you chose. I actually forgot to do this in pile one, which kind of sucks. So I'll maybe put in some text or something for that pile, but I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about what this stone means and symbolizes before we get into your tarot cards. So the Zebra Jasper is really a stone of action, and it can boost your physical energy. But not only that, it encourages us to take action in any way. So it can also help alleviate fears and can keep us from feeling stagnant, and can increase our sense of stability and security. So in essence, this stone gives you courage. So I do want to point this out. Because this could play into your manifestations. That might mean something to you or not. So here we go. Let's move this off to the side and get right into your tarot. Oh, focus. Okay. Let's see. We have the Death card. Before I even go any further, with this card coming out first, I can tell you you're manifesting a huge transformation of some kind. Huge transformation. Let's see what other cards you have. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Chancellor of Crystals in reverse. This is Queen of Pentacles energy. We have the Authoritarian. This is Emperor energy in traditional tarot. And we have the Ace of Wands. Wow, you guys. Oh, okay. Like I said, huge transformation. The transformation that you're manifesting is mostly in the area of one, in love. And by love, I mean how you connect with others. So this can be relationships of any way. And two, how you're nurtured by others and how you nurture yourself. And that can expand to how you make your way in the world, how you make your living, and how you are able to support yourself. That could expand to all of those areas. So let's talk about each one specifically. So it looks like, okay, we're going to start with love, and you have the Lovers come out here in reverse. So it looks like you're manifesting self-love and self-respect that is absolutely through the roof. I I really want you to hold on to this idea of transformation here, because that is the biggest thing that's happening here, but I think it affects multiple areas of your life. I look at this image, the way that this figure, I'll go ahead and call it a she, but really this could be a male figure. I mean, we don't know. But anyway, this figure here is looking back sort of like at the past, at the old version of themselves. And I get the feeling that they're doing this with a lot of confidence, with almost a feeling of like good riddance to all of that bad rubbish. I don't know really where that came from, but that's the feeling I get. And it's not that there's any hatred or that they're despising the past or regretting the past in any way, but it's just that they're moving on to higher ground. They're just moving on to something better and walking into this as someone so transformed and so sure of where they are and what they want to create. So that's kind of the general energy that's going into this manifestation that you're working on. And I think it's multiple manifestations. So I think your concept of love has transformed. It has changed in some way. Your idea of what you want out of love and relationships in general, so this could be family relationships too, has changed. I think you're starting to value yourself in a new way. And once you do that, the value that others place on you is going to skyrocket as well. So I think ultimately you are manifesting love in a new way, even if that is new friendships, new connections with family members, like you're looking for things to take a new form. That's probably the ultimate goal here, whether you realize it or not. But I think what happened is you just changed the way that you view yourself, and you changed the amount of the amount of value that you place on yourself, which is of course going to produce that result when it comes to other people. But it's like, I don't even know if that was your ultimate goal. Your ultimate goal is to love yourself, to value yourself, and to feel good in your own skin. And that you're manifesting that beautifully. So if you have felt like you've been repeatedly put in the position to accept scraps, or you felt like you were the only one that was giving anything in a relationship, whether that's romantic or otherwise, because we can feel like this with our family members and our friends, or in our friendships as well. If you feel like you're the one that's always giving everything, I think that this triggered something in you, and it triggered you to kind of reimagine what you believe you truly deserve in relationships. And it has helped you to wake up to the truth of your self-worth. So you've toppled over, or you're working on completely demolishing your previous idea of who you were in relationships, and you're manifesting a change in your self-concept when it comes to how you relate to other people. I think right now you're starting to realize like how loving you are, how caring you are, how special you are, what a treasure you are. You're seeing that for yourself. And once you see that, like once you awaken to that truth, it's kind of hard to accept any relationship where you feel less than that. Because why? Like, you don't even feel less than that when you're by yourself. So why should you be around somebody that makes you feel less than every wonderful thing that you are? So something changed. Something changed. And like that, you have manifested this, or you are manifesting this. And this is a manifestation that's twofold, really. And I don't know what stage of the process you're in, because it'll be different for everyone. You could be at the stage where you're just starting to realize these things, and you're like, even the fact that you're realizing it as a manifestation, it's something that you put out there, you planted that seed, and you're starting to learn from the little sprout that's growing there. You could be at this stage where you've totally come to this realization, and what's next for you is attracting in people that see this too, that get it. And what it ultimately means is attracting in more loving and more balanced and beautiful and reciprocal relationships. So you are certainly doing that. I think you're starting to show yourself a lot more kindness. and you may have implemented some kind of affirmation, some I am type statements. If you have not done that, then I think that this is a kind of a sign or a little reminder to implement this into your practice. If you're like still really new to this, start saying some I am statements to work on changing this concept so you can keep bringing this manifestation in. So that looks like I am beautiful, I am special, I am loved, I am deserving, I am accepted, I am cared for, I am supported, I am important. Things like that. Things that you want to be. Ways that you want to experience life. The way that you want people to see you. Start speaking that into existence. Or you've already done that, because this is definitely what you're working on. For some of you, you may have made the difficult decision to distance yourself from someone in your life who was treating you with less love and respect than you deserve. Less love and respect than you were giving yourself. And in that case, it just doesn't even make sense. Like, this is when you know you have to distance yourself from someone, because if they can't treat you with the respect that you deserve, and we know that because we know what we want to give ourselves, then they're not a valuable part of your life. So if you're in the process of having to make that decision of letting some people go, this is kind of a little nudge, because you will be opening up space for really beautiful and more whole and complete relationships to come into your experience if you release some of these negative connections. But you might also find yourself in a really lonely place as you make that shift. And I think that this is kind of a message to just hold on. You're attracting a higher caliber of connection and relationship. So you might have to sit in an uncomfortable spot, or you might be right in the middle of that uncomfortable spot. You may have already gone through this, but that uncomfortable spot of maybe a bit of loneliness, if you have to get rid of some of these relationships that don't serve you, that's very temporary. You have some other stuff coming in for you. Let's move over here to the Chancellor of Crystals, because we want to talk about some of the other things that are changing for you. So this is Queen of Pentacles energy in the reverse position. So again, this is another idea that you are changing, another concept that you're toppling over, you're turning on its head, you're reviewing it, you're questioning it, and you're bringing in some newness in this category. This card talks a lot about the way that we nurture others mainly, but when it shows up in reverse, it can talk about how we nurture ourselves. So in this reverse position, this is kind of giving a similar message as the Lovers in reverse. You're manifesting a space or an environment where you can make the time to care for yourself. Because the Pentacles deal with the earthly realm and all the physical things and the material things, you might be manifesting a change in the way that you support yourself or in the way that you make a living. But the point here is that you've questioned some things, or you're in the process of questioning some things, some long held ideas, and you're starting to see, you know what, that doesn't fit me anymore. This idea does not make sense for me anymore, or this, the way that this is playing out does not serve me the way that I want to. I'm flipping this thing upside down, and I'm going to manifest what I want into my life. This is why I'm saying your main manifestation is a gigantic transformation, because it's more that you're manifesting a change in yourself that's going to ripple out and affect every area of your life, particularly some of these really important areas, because this comes down to our love, our relationships, our connections, and also how we support ourselves. So these are two main areas that are showing up for you, but really everything around you will change, because you are going to change. You are changing, or have changed, into a completely different person. You have a whole different idea of who you are and what you deserve and what you expect, which is powerful. It feels like if you are manifesting a change in how you are going to be making a living or supporting yourself, it's like you have a desire to support yourself in a way that really feeds your soul. because you're looking for things that are really fulfilling now. Just like with relationships, you're looking for things that are actually meaningful and fulfilling and give you what you need. So if you've been making your living in a really soul-sucking way, that's something you're questioning and you're changing, because you want something that feels like it breathes life into you, not sucks it out of you. Interesting with this death card. But yeah. Now let's move on to these cards. So what I love about how your reading laid out is it's like we're seeing that you overall are transforming. These are the ideas that you are that you're changing, you're flipping, you're kind of like, it's like you're pouring, like if these were buckets full of things that you carried around in your life in the past, you carry these buckets around with you. Here are my ideas. Here's what I get in these areas of my life. Well, you just turned the bucket upside down and dumped them out. You dumped them out so you can fill them up with something that you want. And now we're moving into what you're filling them up with. In your case, you're filling them up with this Emperor energy. You're filling them up with this Ace of Wands energy. Really fiery energy for both of these cards. So you're super passionate about this. I think you take this really seriously. Like, this manifestation will not elude you. I feel like there's a determination here. Even if you've been working on this for a long time, you are going to make this happen. Like, come hell or high water, it's happening. You're changing this stuff. It's like you're demanding more. So with this Emperor energy here, this authoritarian, you're manifesting a reality where you call the shots. I love this. I feel like you're such a badass. It's like you're so sick of just taking what people decide they're going to give you, and now you're manifesting something where it's like, no, this is what I deserve. And I'm not even looking at, acknowledging, expecting, worrying about anything that doesn't meet this standard. So you're deciding exactly what you want out of life. That includes in relationships, that includes your finances, and you're working on manifesting something that's going to suit you, something that truly is tailor-made for you. And it's not someone else's idea of what success looks like, or it's not someone else's idea of what you deserve, what they feel like giving to you. You're manifesting something that's all yours. And it's brand new, and it feels, it has like a bespoke quality to it. It is just for you. It is exactly what you want. And then we have this Ace of Wands. This is passionate energy. Both of these cards are passionate energy. That's how I know you're serious about this. You are serious about your ish when it comes to this, and you're serious about your manifestation game. So you are manifesting things that you feel really passionate about. You're manifesting just everything wonderful that lights you up in your life, that makes you feel alive. That's what you're bringing into your life. That could have to do with the work that you do. That could have to do with the relationship that finally feels like it fits and like it's right, and you feel alive, and you feel like I want to say turned on. I don't mean that in a sexual sense. I just mean you feel very engaged. You feel like you're firing on all cylinders when it comes to this relationship. You're looking for something like that, and you're manifesting it. You're bringing it into your life. So let's look at your oracle cards and see what else they have for us. So the first card we have is Language of Light. This says rediscovery, humble wanderer, communication. This card is really about identifying what you want and speaking it into existence, which is a little bit crazy because we were already talking about that, and you clearly have taken on this very fiery, determined energy to identify exactly what you want. So we were talking about those affirmations before. It's kind of confirmation that you're going to have a lot of success through your spoken word. So through speaking your desires out loud and affirming that they are already done and complete in this physical world, you're going to find a lot of success there. And in a lot of ways you are. This card says rediscovery. You are rediscovering yourself. It could feel like discovering yourself for the very first time for some of you. And I think that that's coming from, like, when we're living life on someone else's terms and we think that's what we're supposed to be doing, then we're not really being authentic, and we're not really getting anything that we actually want, desire, and deserve in our lives, because we're just living according to someone else's template. But I think you're really coming into your own in a sense that you can call in exactly what you want and exactly what is suited to you as a specific individual. So beautiful work, really important work that you're doing here. Okay, let's look at these next two cards. We have Descendant with the message of invitation, and we have Uranus with the message of change. Guys, this is really, like, it's actually super powerful energy. I hope that you are aware of how much you're manifesting right now, because the energy is coming through so strong. And I also know that when you're in the thick of it, sometimes you don't realize that you are having success, that you're doing it right, that you're getting this, it's actually happening, it's done. Sometimes you don't realize that, but I want to tell you, it's done. Like, you are doing this. If you doubted if you're doing it, let this be confirmation that you are on the right track here, and that you're doing excellent work. You're moving through this actually really fast. So with this card, whereas the ascendant in astrology, it really represents like how you show up in the world. Your descendant is on the opposite side of the zodiac wheel. So it's like the thing, if you were going to stand and just look out in front of you, imagine you're on like a big circle. If you look straight across from you, this is what you would see. And this can represent qualities that you long for, qualities that you wish you had, qualities that you admire in other people. So in this context, I think that what your guides are trying to tell you here is those desires that you've wished for, that you wished you possessed, like, okay, not the desire. Okay, let me try to figure out how to, it's coming through so weird. The things that you have longed for, the things that you have wished were part of your life, or the qualities that you have wished would be implemented into your own experience. Maybe you like the confidence that you admire in other people, or the relationships that you've observed and you thought, I want a relationship like that. You wish that you could experience that too. Even lifestyles that you have seen and thought, I want to live like that. I want that kind of lifestyle for myself. All of that stuff is starting to draw closer to you. That's what you're calling in, as we're talking about creating something that's tailor-made to you and you calling the shots. Everything that has felt distant in the past is now coming close to you. So instead of it being something that's out there, it's over there, it's way over there, and it's only something that you can observe from a distance instead of experience. You're starting to merge with those things. You are closing the gap between you and those things. Those things are starting to become you. They're becoming your reality. It's all overlapping now into one. Beautiful. Uranus change. I think that this is a direct reference to this huge transformation that we're talking about here. You're definitely experiencing a change. You're probably right in the middle of it. You're changing into a whole new version of yourself, and that's bringing in a lot of newness to your life. So yeah, a lot of change here. And just that, what we were just talking about, just being able to now merge with these desires and let them become one with you, let yourself experience them, that's a huge change for you. So these last two oracle cards are going to be any kind of advice or anything your guides think you need to know in terms of this manifestation that you are working on. So we have, ooh, I almost dropped it. We have listen deeply. And we have ask and receive. It couldn't be any more clear than this. Your guides are really letting you know how easy this is for you and how easy this is going to be for you. So they're telling you exact steps that you need to take to complete this manifestation or to continue to let it unfold. They're telling you that all you have to do is listen to that inner calling, and that's what we've seen here in the like area of what you're manifesting, you are listening to yourself. You're finding that authentic part of yourself and figuring out what would be tailor-made for you. So they're telling you, tap into that place, listen to that inner knowing of what's right for you and what direction you want to go. Ask for it and allow it to flow into your life. That's the process. And it's so much easier said than done, but that's the process. They're saying, figure out what you want, tap into that place, identify it, ask, and it's done. They want you to have it. Your guides, the universe, they want you to have it. They're going to do everything that they can do to make sure that you do. What you have to do is identify it, ask for it. Don't waver in the in-between, and just let it come. So, whoa, this is a lot more than I thought we would get, because it's really not even about specific manifestations, although a couple of things did come to the surface. It's more about a complete change and manifesting this total change in yourself, which is beautiful and very powerful. So I think that's it. I'm going to wrap up your reading here. Thank you so much, number 2, for hanging out with me, letting me read your cards. I am sending you so much love and light. If you liked this video, if you resonated with it, don't forget to like it. Leave me a comment down below and hit the subscribe button if you feel like doing that. And I will see you in another video really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3. If you picked the Unikite, this is going to be your reading. We are going to talk about what you are manifesting and what you're attracting into your life these days. So before we actually jump into the tarot, I want to say a few things about the stone that you chose, because it might play into your reading or mean something to you, be significant in some way for you. So this stone is really, it's a stone of vision. It's sometimes called the stone of vision. It is something that assists in opening the third eye. It helps bring balance to the physical body, and it helps balance emotions. It's actually a really powerful healing stone as well. And it is sometimes also said to be the stone of rebirth. So a little bit about the stone, just in case that's significant for you in terms of your manifestation. Let's jump into your tarot cards and see what you are manifesting. So we have the 7 of crystals. This is 7 of Pentacles energy. We have the Sun. We have Temperance. The Chancellor of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Daggers in reverse. Okay. Whatever it is that you're manifesting is something that's going to make you really, really happy. That's coming through immediately. So it feels like this is something that you've been working on manifesting for a while now with this 7 of Crystals energy. It's something that you have been waiting to come into physical form for a good minute. Whatever this thing is, it's going to be different for everybody. But like I was saying, with the Sun card here, it feels like it's something that's going to... Let me put it like this. It feels like something you have placed a great amount of importance on. Something that's closely tied to your happiness and fulfillment. So this is something that you really think is going to bring you a lot of happiness and fulfillment. This is why you want it. You may have even tried to kind of like access the emotions that are beyond the manifestation to figure out what is the feeling that you're looking for in gaining this thing and manifesting this thing. What's the feeling you're looking for? And it really, for you, it comes down to some form of happiness and fulfillment. That's why you want what you want. Your guides are really coming through with a message to not give up. So the funny thing about this is the clearest message that I'm getting for you is don't give up, and kind of an indication of how long you've been working on this. I am not even sure if I'm going to get a very specific indication of what you are actually manifesting, and that's probably because this is a general reading and you're all manifesting something different. But I will say that your guides are taking this opportunity to let you know that whatever this is that you're trying to manifest and draw into your life, you should not give up on it, and that there's some acknowledgement of how long this may have taken, how long you feel like this is taking. They definitely want to highlight and acknowledge that. This could be a manifestation that you've waited for so long that you have actually completely given up on it. So this will vary for all of you. You may have even clicked on this pile thinking of a different manifestation, or just wondering what you might be unconsciously manifesting. And now you're remembering something that you were working on before, and you just gave up and thought that's never going to happen, and you stopped working actively to manifest it. Your guides are drawing your attention back to that thing, and they're telling you not to give up on it. If you haven't completely given up, then it feels like you've thought about it, or you're just really frustrated with the weight when it comes to this. It does feel like something you've worked really hard on, and like it still hasn't panned out the way that you want it to. So what's interesting about this is manifestations, they can be really effortless, or they can be something that you're willing to put work into. And it feels like this was one that you were willing to do something for. Like you did want to manifest it. You wanted that little touch of the divine. You wanted something special, like a little helpful hand, but you were still willing to do whatever it would take for you to draw this into your life. There's that kind of feeling. I love that energy about you. I love that you're willing to put in the work. Rather than just having this feeling of someone waving a magic wand over the situation that you want to have changed. So it does feel like something that you put effort into. And again, I'm saying that has been acknowledged. Yeah. The way that they want this acknowledged so much, like they won't stop with it. I have a feeling it's something so important. Like it's not just you that knows it's important. It's something very important for you. And so your guides don't want you to give up on it, because it's like really critical to your path, your soul's journey. That's kind of the impression that I'm getting. For some of you, this is a business venture that you worked really hard on, and you've been struggling to make a profit on it. 7 of Crystals energy is that's really coming through like strong, that this is something that it could have to do with financial matters, some financial situation that you've been wanting to turn around, or some way that you wanted to earn more money, and it's like not working no matter how much work you put into it. If you're just not feeling like your efforts have paid off in a way. Your guides are really just letting you know that it's not all in vain. Like whatever energy you've put into this, whether this is physical energy of actually working on something, or whether this is more of like the energy of working to manifest it, it has not been in vain. There are things working behind the scenes that you know nothing about. These are things that are being orchestrated that are beyond your wildest dreams and beyond your ability to conceive. That's the message that they want you to know. So don't stop whatever it is that you've been doing. And if you did give up, they're saying get right back on it. Get back on it. It feels like this manifestation could be something that is big. It may even be bigger than you realized it was. Like it might have more moving parts than you knew. And there's more people that have to get in line. There's more people that have to get on board. There's more events that have to line up perfectly than you would realize. And it's all happening. Like the manifestation has been happening, and it's actually happening perfectly and beautifully, and maybe even quickly considering everything that's taking place. But from your limited point of view, it may have seemed like you're waiting too long for this to happen. And they're saying, if you stopped, you better start again, because your guides don't want you to miss your blessing. They want you to know, this is so funny because I'm not even at this portion of the reading. I wasn't necessarily getting messages from your guides at this portion of the reading, but here they are. They want you to know that even if this idea of get back on it is just that you start thinking more positively about the situation, you start believing again that it's going to turn around and that it's going to work out for you. If that's the effort, like it doesn't have to be huge effort. It's not that you have to like go out and start chopping down trees. I don't know why I said that, but you know, it's not this huge physical thing that you have to do. It's just if you haven't been believing in this manifestation, in the ability for this to happen, get back on it is the message. Get back into that positive place. So it will look different for everybody. If you've stopped studying, if you've stopped working on it, if you've stopped advertising, if you've stopped writing, I don't know where that came from, but for some of you, if you've stopped writing, or trying in whatever way that is, it's not so much that your guides want you to strive for this thing, but it's more that when you pour into it, you're giving the universe an indication, this is where I want my blessing, in this area. So it's just any effort you can put that's like showing, here's the area, here's the thing. And if you gave up on it to the point that you don't participate anymore, you don't even think positively about it anymore, then that needs to be changed around. This Four of Swords energy, Four of Daggers, this showed up in reverse, and this is a period of rest. And so in the reverse position, you know what this is saying? Get up. This is saying get back on it, because your guides will not stop about that. The break is over. You took a rest. It's over. Nap time is done. You're manifesting this Chancellor of Wands, this Queen of Wands energy. And what that means is, like, the Queen of Wands is upbeat, is determined, is courageous. She doesn't give up. She does not give up. So you're manifesting this, this resilience. You're manifesting stamina and strength. You're also manifesting optimism. With the Sun and the Queen of Wands energy, you're manifesting optimism and more creativity. Okay, now it's starting to come in. The thing that's funny about this is your guides would not stop telling you, get back on it, and the rest is over, and whatever. It looks like I couldn't even see what it is that you're working on because they wouldn't stop. So I guess now that that message is out, you're manifesting this really magnetic energy, and you're manifesting a more positive outlook on everything in your life in general. You are manifesting like sunshine and sunflowers as these cards show. So really a more positive outlook, which is going to spill over into a lot of areas of your life where you're able to be more positive. It's actually, in some ways, you're manifesting the ability to manifest, because this positive... Sorry, I want the camera to focus again. This positive energy is going to... You need to be looking at every area of your life in this more positive way, essentially. So this more positive outlook that you are bringing into your life, it brings in creativity, it brings in optimism, it brings in a certain strength and resilience no matter what it is that you face in your life. And that's kind of like the overall thing that you're manifesting, which is going to help you in other ventures. So it does feel like for a lot of you, it could be a business venture. For some of you, it could be about some creative endeavor, and you're manifesting that creativity. So I think that's really going to be helpful for you. Okay. I just had to turn a light on because it felt like it was getting too dark in here. I'm losing sunlight, but I want you to be able to see your cards. So back at it. Yeah, there is a feeling that there's like kind of a magnetism and a creativity that's coming your way. That is a huge part of what you're manifesting. With the Queen of Wands energy too, it's also a very social butterfly type of energy. So you could be manifesting social interaction or more connection in your life with this energy, because the Queen of Wands does that. The Queen of Wands is kind of the life of the party. Even if you don't see yourself that way, with the past couple of years that we've had, you might have kind of a desire to branch out a little bit more and to just like make those connections. Maybe like bring some friends into your life and be a little bit more social. So you definitely might be manifesting that more connection into your life. So let's look at your oracle cards and see what they have to say. We have Crystal Kingdom, slowing down materialism, psychic debris. This card talks about, oh, I love this. I love this right under the Seven of Crystals. Sorry, I got excited. I need to focus, but this card really talks about being at the right place at the right time. It's so weird. I feel like all of these messages are coming together now. So it's like Mother Earth really takes her time in creating, like, these huge crystal caves that the Earth creates. It takes a long time to make that, you know? Mother Earth doesn't she doesn't slow down, she doesn't speed up. She does it exactly how she does it, and it's like, it's worth doing. It's worth the wait. She takes her time to create exactly what it is. So right underneath this Seven of Crystals, which is about waiting, like waiting for that harvest, and it can seem like you maybe have waited too long. This is kind of a card to let you know, just don't be in a rush. It's another reminder to just let things unfold the way that they, like the way that they should, the way that they will, and to have patience, which we have here with this Temperance card. Have some patience, even if you feel like you have already been more patient than any person should ever need to be. Have more patience. And the feeling I'm getting from this message that's coming through for you is that your manifestation is so freaking close. Like, so close. And that's why your guides are like really on you. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, because whatever you've been working on is gonna be huge in your life, and it is so close to happening that they don't want you to slow the momentum, to turn it around and have it going in a different direction when you are this close. So waiting on that harvest, waiting patiently, and letting Mother Nature, letting Mother Earth, letting the universe do what she does, and letting it be great. Because I think it's like, whatever you're manifesting, I think the universe put a little extra fairy dust on top of it, put that cherry on top, made it a little bit better than you even thought. And it might have taken slightly longer, but it's going to be worth it. So let's look at the rest of your cards. We have Dignified, Strength, and Solar Calm, Clarity. We were talking about strength and resilience a little while ago, so kind of a confirmation and a repeated message there. Kind of another message of being in the right place at the right time with this Dignified card. That is what this card is about. I think that you are manifesting miracles and synchronicities more than anything, and you don't realize how much you're even doing that. Like, you don't realize, because it might look like there's no progress being made, or very little progress, or like it's so slow, but you're manifesting something really big, and something that is taking a lot of things working in tandem together to bring like a miracle. Like, I think you're manifesting something really important. You can kind of apply this miracle thing to any aspect of your life that you want, but it's like this is about your belief in your ability and your power to create. Deciding exactly what you want and then handing it over to the universe. It's about that belief. I think that's probably here why you have this Temperance, because this whole manifestation process for you is about strengthening your belief in the process, and it's about strengthening your ability to manifest. So I think I was saying that before, that in some ways the manifestation that you are working on is to be able to manifest, and in the process you're manifesting something. I think you are manifesting something that's going to make you really happy, something that might have to do with your creativity and your work and your connections with other people, being like more social, maybe bringing a friend group in. But most of all, through the process, you're learning how to manifest. You're learning how to be a more powerful manifester, and you're learning how to sit in the in-between space and wait with the knowledge that it's going to unfold. You're building strength. It's just like the way we strength train our bodies. We do an exercise repetitively to gain strength in that area, and it might seem like sometimes we're not getting anywhere. Like, why am I on the floor lifting my leg like this? This is uncomfortable. But then you find yourself in another scenario where you tap into that strength that you gained, and then you're like, I can't wait to get on the floor and lift my leg like that because it allowed me to do this other thing. So I think that's what's happening here for you. You are in potentially an uncomfortable place waiting for something, but you're totally getting it. And not only are you going to get this thing, but you're going to go forward with the ability to manifest quicker and more effectively because you're learning the process right now. Wow. In a lot of ways, I do think that you might have been working too hard, and that might be the lesson that you're learning. You might be learning how to really manifest by handing it over and not by doing all the work yourself, feeling like you need to do all the work yourself. It's an admirable quality. You seem to be hardworking and persistent and patient, which is excellent, but there's an element of magic to this. And kind of accepting that and like releasing your hold on it a little bit can make it flow so much more effortlessly. And that might be the lesson that you're learning. You're learning how to allow the unseen forces to hand you your miracle on a silver platter. That's what I want to say. You're learning how to just sit back and have room service delivered. And as easy as that sounds, it sounds like you don't have to do anything for that. It's hard to do it. So I think you're learning that, and you're going to get your manifestations a lot faster once the universe starts, just like ding dong, ringing the bell and handing you whatever it is that you wanted. Let's look at these last two cards. This is going to be any advice or anything that you need to know about what you are manifesting. So we have Guardian Angel. Wow, you guys, that's beautiful. And yes. Okay. Well, I had already said it. You're getting this. The thing that you're manifesting, it's headed your way. You're getting it. It's done. Guardian Angel, this whole thing is being overseen by somebody that loves you so much and is just urging you to be patient. You know what? Your angels, your guides, this might even be a family member that has crossed over. They love you so much that they wouldn't get out of my ear about get back on it, get back on it. I couldn't even read the cards because they wouldn't stop. So this was a really important message for them to get through to you. To not give up. Do not give up, because they are working for you double time behind the scenes. The whole thing's blessed. The whole thing is it's destined to happen, and it's a full yes, so there's no reason to hesitate. I'm so excited. Let me go before I start squealing, because that would hurt your ears, and I don't want to do that. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me read your cards. I absolutely loved it, to the point of wanting to squeal. So I really did. If you liked this video, if it resonated, hit the like, leave me a comment down below, and consider subscribing if you feel like doing it. And I'll see you in a video sometime soon. Bye.